What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Now, I'm gonna just jump right into this. Coach K, man, he was out of line for his comments on Mark Williams. Okay, this loss did not fall entirely on him. Not to say that he was blaming him for the whole thing, but the thing about it is he did kind of throw him under the bus, man. And I know that you're frustrated. What's up with it, True Viking? See you in the building, Queen. Now, I know that you're frustrated. I know that things didn't quite work out like you had hoped them to. Hell, I'm mad too. But at the same token, you got to move on, man. And you've accomplished a lot. I know that's what it is. And listen, I told everybody, and I told True Viking while we was on there, and I told Jacob Jennings, I told Stephen Green, um, who else was on there with us that night? Um, man, who else was on there that night? I think it was just Stephen Green, but I can't remember who was all on there that night. But I told everybody that, and I think Wait What had pulled up too. But I told everybody that night that they weren't North Carolina, or was not just going to give us the game, and neither were the officials. And to be honest with you, I told everybody, I said I'm kind of glad that we lost because had we won had we won the national title, it wouldn't, man, all it would have been was just controversy and people would have came out. It would have been all types of conspiracy theories, all of that. So that's why, like, him losing. I mean, look, Coach K has had a remarkable career, okay? A career that coaches only dream of having. Hell, people in general. Because this man has been a model of consistency for pretty much the majority. Man, you're talking about going all the way back, to the 70s, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the 80s, then the 90s, early 2000s, then the 2010s, and now to be able to coach throughout the 2020s, man, it's remarkable. And I don't think a lot of people really understand how strong you have to be, how strong of an individual you have to be, how patient of an individual you have to be, how intelligent of an individual you have to be. But having said all of that, he was out of line. He was out of line. Now, could we have done better? Yeah, we could have done a lot better down the stretch. We had the game. We have nobody but to blame but ourselves. We have nobody but to blame but ourselves. And that's why they're in the title game. Listen, I take my hats off to Carolina. I said Carolina is not going to come in here and give us anything. Even with, I'm not going to lie to you. When Baycott had went out, I was like, well, we might, might have a chance. But at the same token, I didn't want Baycott to go out either because had he went out, that'd have been a wrap. That would have been a wrap. What's up with it, Little Rider? I see you in the building. That would have been a wrap. They would have been saying, "Oh yeah, well, you wouldn't have won. You wouldn't have won the titles if Baycott would have went out, and if you wouldn't have won the game if Baycott." I don't want any of that. You know, we got conspiracy theorists like Lou up in here. Lou the Rider, my boy, and everything. But he'll try to sit up there and say, "Yeah, well, they gonna give it to Coach K." Well, they didn't give it to Coach K, man. Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, Love was red hot, man. Love came on, and the thing about it is, Love didn't even play like that when earlier in the season when he faced us, Lou. What's up with it, DTG? Love did not play like that. And now, let me ask y'all this: do you think Love can be beneficial at the next level? Do you think that he could be a force at the next level, Lou, and DTG? Because I certainly think that Love he got to be more consistent. But right now, the guys that they're gonna key in on, Baycott he's already locked in. Uh, Moore didn't have his best game. Ben Shuro is for sure. He's a lot. You can see him getting some backup minutes. Hell, he could probably be a starter, man. Like, listen, because you got to understand, man. Like sometimes in college, man, they don't necessarily turn you loose. Like for instance, like with Jordan, they didn't necessarily turn him loose until Dean Smith didn't play like that. And I'm not comparing Dean Smith to uh, Hubert Davis or anything like that. Absolutely not, because Hubert Davis, and that's another thing. You got to give your credit. You got to take your hats off to Hubert Davis too. Hubert Davis coached the hell out of them boys, man. I hope they don't try for the rest of it. Why would they try to demonize them? Yeah, we got to stop thinking so negative, man. Like, why would they try to demonize Hubert Davis? They're not going to demonize him. Hey, he did a great job. A lot of people had their doubts too, Lou. He started off slow. They started off real slow at the beginning of the year. Remember, North Carolina, some people weren't even seeing that they would even get in the tournament. But I don't think they're gonna do that to Hubert Davis. I mean, that's great. I know what's it called is happy. Lou is. I think it's great that he's going over there. Strolling Nolan should be, like I told Lou, he should be the head coach of Duke, not Josh Shire. It shouldn't be John Shire. I don't really like, to be honest with you. I don't even see us going anywhere with John Shire. I'm just being honest with you. Had it been Dawkins, had it been even Cable, man. Even if I trust Jay Will more than I trust John Shire, but that's not to say that he's a coach. He in a different field and everything, but I would trust him more than I trust Shire. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That program right there. The Louisville program. It definitely needs a shakeup, especially in men's basketball. I mean, with Coach Pitino coming over there, and Ware and all them guys, and when Ish Smith and all them were there, man. You know what I'm saying? They were on the rise, man, and they're trying to really bring that back. I think Kenny Payne he's gonna do a great job. We'll just have to see. I mean, the girls are phenomenal. The girls are phenomenal, and that's what I was telling. I got to respond to a comment. She asked me a question. DMV, the DMV queen. She asked me a question earlier about college basketball. But if she's listening, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. The ratings that actually went up uh, in WNBA, but it's just the marketing. It's the way they market. They don't really market it, and on top of that, the pay. They're not making that much. They got to go back and work. They got to go back and play some more basketball. You know what I'm saying? In order to keep up. I think if Nate James doesn't, I mean, it's a lot of questions right now. Lou, and I don't really like that decision. I if I'm gonna tell you like this, Lou. You know who would have been a good coach for us? Shane Battier. But he's not. That's not what he's doing. Come on, man. What you doing? Not even paying attention to what you're doing, man. I think Shane Battier would have been, anybody from that squad, I think would have been a great coach if they stepped up in that field. Because we want the trend to continue, man. We don't want there to be I guess you could say, a drought period, a long drought period of losing, and then you come back. That's not Duke. That's not Duke tradition. That's not Carolina tradition. To lose season after season after season. Nah, you got to be, maybe lose a season or two. Go through an adjustment period or whatever, and then bounce right back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lou. He he would be. I think he would be a good coach if he stepped up in that field, because Shane Battier was always real intelligent. I, he's one of the most slept on defensive players in the league. Uh, he taught LeBron James how to read NBA defenses. Plain and simple. That especially after that loss against Dallas. But he's very intelligent. That's why I would want him. Did he need to be a superstar? No. I knew he wasn't gonna be like no, superstar. He wasn't gonna be like no Grant Hill or none of that. But I could see him on the sideline. I could see him on the sideline, and I could see him leading, and he seems like he's an X's and O's guy, but also at the same token, he'll be able to lead. He'll be able to lead you there. He'll be able to rip into your shit if he needs to. But Coach K, man, he shouldn't have threw Mark Williams under the bus like that. He shouldn't have threw him under the bus like that, man. It was a collective. We lost collectively, man. You gotta stop being salty. Like I believe that Kansas is really gonna take advantage. This is gonna be an interesting matchup right here between Kansas and North Carolina. It's gonna be a very interesting matchup because the guard play, oh boy, Abijah, whatever his name is. I mean, he's lights out shooting. I'm wondering. It's going to be interesting how he matches up with R.J. Davis and Love and the other guys. And then it's also going to be interesting to see how to how to post. How they're going to deal with the post. You got Baycott in there, and then you got McCormick. And I think McCormick is really making. If listen, McCormick, he's got a lot of eyes looking at him now. I mean, this guy right here, he can be an elite postman at the next level. If Humor David black woman and man winning naturals. Yeah, that would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. But it's gonna be I like what, Lou? This isn't gonna be no blowout. And this game is not gonna be one sided. It's not gonna be one sided. Uh, it's not gonna be one sided at all. It's gonna be. I could see it being a chess match, and this is gonna be a good test for Hubert Davis against Bill Self, because you say what you want about Bill Self, man. He's one of the best. He's one of the best in the business. He's a decorated coach too. I know a lot of people, they had their doubts about Bill Self. They talked about all the choking and all that other stuff, but he's still a successful coach. I mean, I don't agree sometimes with his personality, but I mean that's coaches in general. Shoot, hell, a lot of the coaches that I played for didn't I didn't get along with, but we made it happen. What's up with it, Stephen Green? I see you in the building. Um, I mean, it might be, it may be because we're talking about uh, two two coaches that really preach defense. Bill Self is especially if you don't rebound with Bill Self, man, he's gonna yank your ass out of there. So look for the rebounding battle to be a very a very competitive one. But Carolina's in it, man, and these guys that are on the stage right now, man. Listen, man, I have nothing against some of the guys that have declared for the draft, man, but these guys that are on this floor and a few that were on Duke, those are the guys that you should be really looking at in terms of NBA products. Like I, I could see Love at the next level. You said Bill Self. can give the NCAA the middle finger tonight. Why you say that, Lou? What's up with it, Jose? I see you in the building, bro. Why? Okay, why you say that though, Lou? Why you say that? I mean, he's never been. I mean, has he ever been scrutinized? I don't think Bill. I think Bill Self got scrutinized a while back, didn't he? What's up with it, JMJ? I see you in the building. Just remind me if he got scrutinized. Did he have some dirt? Did he have some dirt on him? It's interesting you said that, Lou. And look, I never really, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't a huge Bill Self fan. I just didn't really feel. I don't know. I just wasn't a huge man. I was more of a Bayheim fan, if you really want to be honest. You said, can Bayheim battle with Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That middle is, these last two games, that middle has really been, the focus. Oh, you said trying to throw Kansas under the bus. Uh, well, but see, the thing about it is that the more intriguing matchup, Lou, was North Carolina and Duke, man. I mean, you come on, man. I mean, that's that's a rivalry that people, they do everything they can. They get their car washed, they get all their chores done, they put the kids to bed early, you know what I'm saying? Have dinner already ready for those type of games, man. Nobody nobody was really interested in seeing Villanova and Kansas, and that's not unless you were really a hardcore Kansas fan or a hardcore Villanova fan or whatever. Even people that don't watch, that don't watch the damn game, man. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to see just because of the atmosphere. Yeah, 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 yeah. The FBI investigation. But nobody. It was all about Duke and Carolina. I mean, that's what people live for. That's what people wanted to see. That's what uh that's what the matchup was. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you on the biggest stage. And on top of that, they played earlier in the year. They got grudges against each other, not just grudges from this year. We talking about grudges going back years at a time. Years at a time. People just want to see an interesting matchup. People want to see these teams going at it. And I don't know what's going on up here. I'm up in traffic. So who do y'all got tonight? I'm guessing everybody in the chat got UNC. Push one UNC, two Kansas. One UNC, two Kansas. Well, where do you rank UNC through rivalry? Oh, it's up there. Man, that's man. I probably man. Mm, besides the Celtics and the Lakers, um, but see, they also have some good. Okay. Then when you talk about football, I would have to rank it up there. It's in the top three. I guess I'm being biased too because I'm a Duke fan. Man, I don't know why you so pumped up, man. I thought you was a Maryland fan. Yeah. Oh my God, man. I think you are low key a UNC fan, Steven. Remember trying Snoop Dogg do a show at Kansas with a violation. Oh, okay, okay. They thought it was out of line. Yeah, I know you're a Maryland fan. Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying you up in here choosing UNC like man, you right you like you really rocking with them, man. That was the same thing with I was telling True Viking. I was like, man, y'all, I mean, who y'all with? Don't tell me y'all jumping no bandwagon. Memphis, we don't know who your team is. Shit, nigga, you we don't know who the hell your team is. God damn, nigga. Shit, man. Yeah, I'm thinking you from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? But you, I don't know that. I never will understand that. I don't know. I have family in Durham and Greer. Oh, look. Oh, so they give you the right. Oh, see, look. I already know what Steven finna do. I already know what he finna do, man. He finna be like, man, I've been with Carolina the whole time. I got family over there. I got family over there, man. And then they lose. He be like, nah, man. I with Kansas, man. You know what I'm saying? I chose them. Yeah, Bill Self is hated in Chicago. He left Illinois to go to Kansas. Oh well. Come on, man. You gonna let me in? Oh, you going for Kansas because of the Midwest? Come on, Lou. Yeah, Lou. Lou. I think Lou is an undercover Georgetown fan. Nah, but like Georgetown and Syracuse. Um, a lot of y'all got to remember. I know Lou and Stephen Green and um, a couple of other guys are old enough to remember. They had different teams in various conferences. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Some of the teams that was in the Big East, they used to be, or they're not in the Big East anymore. But yeah, I'm until tournament time. I watch it all year. If well, that's because you probably like the fake storylines that the NBA tried to sell you and stuff. So I mean, if you like soap operas and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. That floats, that really floats your boat. But if you really want a good competitive game, people that are really gonna play and none of that fake watered down stuff that you see in the NBA nowadays, Memphis. Watch college basketball, brother. Why do you think there's so many complaints about the NFL as opposed to college? Well, he called it, Lou. He called it. I give him great props. He called it. I never knew that he was a Kansas fan. He had corrected me. I thought he was with Kentucky. I knew it was either Kentucky or it was with Kansas, one of them, but I wasn't too sure. But he has a. You said Patrick Ewing should be fired from Georgetown. Well, if it doesn't get any better, yeah, I agree. But he walked into a situation where the program needed to be turned around. I think me myself personally, I thought he would have stayed as an assistant a little bit longer at the NBA level. That's just me. Okay, all right. Well, damn, you giving a nigga bio and shit, Lou? God damn, nigga. God damn, nigga. Oh man, put the nigga business out there and shit. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're here now. Or you mean you love to lose your money in college football? That's what it is, Memphis. I mean, who? Okay, who would you choose? Who are you gonna choose as a coach? Um, as far as Georgetown, who would y'all choose as far as a coach from Georgetown? I mean, Larry Brown's getting up in age. Okay, Rasheed Wallace really hasn't had he hasn't had his chance. I mean, he's had his chance as a head coach with the young boys, but oh shit. Oh, I knew you was gonna say that. True Viking. And Memphis just did not answer the question. None of y'all answered the question. Can you imagine AI as a coach though, True? Okay, so you said Alonzo Mourning. I could see Alonzo Mourning. I could see Alonzo Mourning, man. You know, but Alonzo Mourning hardcore though too, man. Yeah, just the faces he be making alone tell your ass he ain't fucking around. Yeah, Zoe. I mean, well, you don't know that Dion Reed. He could possibly. I mean, that's. Do you think Alvin Gentry is a coach? Goddamn. You never know. That nigga could turn that shit around. They said the same thing about Juwan Howard. They asked what the fuck is he doing on the bench, and look what he did to Michigan. They said the same thing about Penny Hardaway, and look what he did at the high school level and going to the college level. But I knew he was going to be a good coach because just the fact that he was a point guard. Alonzo, what you got to realize about Alonzo Mourning and what they don't tell you, he's mentored a lot of guys, man. You know, you never know, man. You know, you can't just automatically just doubt something. Oh no, he ain't gonna do that. Like I know I said that's why I said, can you imagine if AI was a coach? I didn't say that it wouldn't work. You know, some niggas would be like, "Oh yeah, man, AI, he ain't gonna be no coach. He ain't gonna do that." Listen, Master P wanted to be a coach. He he wanted to be a coach for the Pelicans. But you know, some niggas might laugh at that shit, but guess what? Master P actually now he didn't play a full season and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But he damn near made the NBA. Only reason they didn't let him play is because of his music. That's not to say that he was gonna be no a superstar or nothing. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true, man. That's not true. You said cornrows. I know. I already said that, but a lot of people doubted him. I said he was going to be a great. You probably need to rewind that back, Dion. I said I knew he was going to be a great coach because he was a point guard and he was an elite point guard. But they're trying to demonize him now, and they're saying all this stuff about him. They're saying, "Oh, should he have coached and all this other stuff?" You know, and this dude got nothing but underclassmen. He had nothing but you know, for the bulk of the season, underclassmen. They were experiencing adversity, all of that. I mean, you know, nobody. I mean, look at it like this, Dion. You're saying Alonzo Mourning is not a coach, right? Okay. Well, then what makes Patrick Ewing any more qualified? And Patrick Ewing, I was looking at him like when he was on the Orlando bench and stuff like that. I was like, man, what the hell is Patrick Ewing? I mean, and see that's the problem. We sit here and we automatically shoot a nigga down, man. Right when that we want them to do something or whatever. You never said Patrick Ewing wasn't a. Yeah, I know. I said Orlando, but that doesn't mean that he's great at it. But I mean, you can't fault the nigga for trying. Do you think Alvin Gentry is great at coaching? Do you think Jeff Fisher is great at coaching? Consistently losing? Do you think goddamn fucking motherfucking that nigga been losing since I don't even think that nigga had a winning season, man. Like, look at him. Look at Dion. Emotional. Now you do know that Alonzo Mourning did play for the Miami Heat organization, right? Pat Riley kept him as a locker room guy on that roster. And he also helped a lot of guys, man, go through because they went through a lot of adversity. You got to realize, man, what's his name? Alonzo Mourning almost lost his life, Dion. And you're sitting up in here and you're saying, well, who is he mentioned? Well, who do you think was at the table when Yao Ming, I can't remember. I think it was Yao Ming. Whenever the bigs come into the league, they always, see like Georgetown, like a Georgetown big or something like that, they embrace them. And you could go back, you could go to the archives, you could do your research, do all that shit you want to. But it'll be Patrick Ewing, Dikembe Mutombo, guys like Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. What tried to do with Andrew Bynum. That's who was working with him the whole time. Go ask anybody. Right. Well, I mean, we're agreeing on the same thing, then, Dion. I mean, what are we? When we were talking about Alvin Gentry, I mean, he's coaching, but he's not good at it. Like what? That's what I'm saying. You could step up in the field, and then you could have a guy who's not necessarily known for being a coach, and you'll be like, wow, where did he come from, and all this other stuff, and then next thing you know, he turns the program around, or at least makes some sort of impact. But I'm not saying that he just gonna walk right in or anything like that. But I feel like Alonzo Mourning, he would be suited, in my opinion, if with some work and everything like that, if he really wanted to. That's what I was saying about Shane Battier. The reason why I think Shane Battier would be a phenomenal coach is because like the brother Lou was saying, he's working with kids and stuff like that. Well, you gotta look at it like this, Dion. Who put LeBron on game in terms of reading NBA defenses? It was Shane Battier. Well, I mean, either way, they're still gonna embrace him, whether you make the league or not. I mean, he made the league. Did you make the league? So you got to look at it like that. I mean, Roy Hibbert, you might think that he trash or whatever, but they're gonna embrace him for making the league, and they're gonna try to do everything that they can. Listen, when Yao Ming had first came in, Dion, for him, okay, another guy who played the same position, you get him familiar with the culture, and on top of that, he had other guys trying to help him, like Katino Mobley and Steve Francis. Because he had to get adapt. Listen, you gotta look. You gotta look at. See, you don't look at the adaptation period, the adjustment period. There's an adjustment period when you're a coach, and Alvin Gentry has had numerous of adjustment periods. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked. Luke Walton might have to call. I don't know about Luke Walton. Maybe coaching is not his forte. Alonzo Mourning, man, he overcame a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. You sitting here, you know, it's not it's not like the guy is gonna be coaching. You know what I'm saying at the at the NBA level or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Right offhand or anything. But I can see him. What I was saying, being an NBA coach. Vinny Del Negro. Vinny Del Negro. Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong what they did to Vinny Del Negro. And see, Kareem was with the Clippers. Kareem was with the Clippers or whatever, and then he took over for a little bit, and it wasn't for Kareem. He was like an honor. He stepped in and took over for a little bit. Some guys are suited for it, some guys aren't. And that's not to take anything away. I kind of feel like, okay, let me see, like a Chris Paul, okay, Dion, like Chris Paul, right? I think Chris Paul would make a phenomenal coach. He's tough minded. He's no nonsense. He's played the point guard position, and it might rub people the wrong way, just like his personality. But I think he would be a phenomenal coach. I guess I'm saying former players, like, yeah, like Damon Stoudemire. Yeah, he's on the Boston Celtics with Ima Udoka. Mark Price, I don't know about Mark Price. Now JT, I can see Jason Terry, but they trying to, that's what the Mavericks organization is doing. They trying to bring all of that that 2010 team that was with Dallas uh, back in there, and to be working again. They were even trying to bring JJ Barrera on the staff. That's what J Kidd's plan was. Rondo, man, listen, Rondo, as intelligent as he is, I could see Rondo butting heads constantly. Cause Dion, this is the thing. At the end of the day, you still have to be able to be uh, a communicator with your personnel. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're not are you gonna get along with everybody? No, you're not. But you still have to be able to be somewhat of a of a player's coach in order for things to truly work out. I'm not saying you got to be. I'm not saying that you got to be like so friendly to the point where okay all winning goes out the window or anything like that. But everybody can't be a Bob Knight, that way, and it worked for them. You might end up rubbing people the wrong way or whatever. But you still have to have some sort of personality. But you do have to be able to, because you're gonna have to communicate with these guys. You're gonna be with these guys pretty much the majority, depending on who's going in and out or whatever. You're gonna be with these guys for X amount of months out of the year, every day. It's your family. You said Vladi Divac, Pedro Stojakovic in the front office. Well, Bobby Jackson, what's up with it, Jason Murphy? I see you in the building. I don't know about D Wade. I think he's good doing the commentating, even though, man, sometimes, man, he kind of, I don't know, D Wade, man. Let me leave that alone, man. Anyway, I think he's more suited for broadcasting. I just put it to you like that. But yeah, that's facts right there, Trey Cater. Salute to you. That's facts. Um, Vladi was just like, I can't do this thing no more, no more, no more, and we ended up handing the rings over to man. I always pronounce I can't pronounce the dude's name. I think they Persian or something like that, man. I don't know what race they are, but you probably know who they are, Trey Cater. Him and his daughter, they got keys to the organization right now, Sacramento. But see, okay, hey Dion Reed. Now that we're talking about coaches, right? All right, let's stay on this for a second. Trey Cater, Jason Murph, and Dion Reed, right? Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson. He would be a phenomenal coach. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, him and his daughter. Um, Look at a guy like um, I'm trying to think of like okay, like Eric Snow, like Eric Snow. I think Eric Snow would be, a great coach. Because Eric Snow with the Cleveland Cavaliers and Philadelphia 76. Those are guys you look at, you be like, yeah, they sort of got that demeanor. They played the position. A lot of point guards usually make decent head coaches. Yeah, Aaron McKee. Yeah, Aaron McKee. That boy Aaron McKee, man, that was AI's mentor, or one of them. He said Aaron McKee got him through some tough times. Yeah, Aaron McKee, man. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck around. Hey, I'm gonna fuck around and really fuck y'all up. Yeah, what about Matt Geiger? Hey, what about Matt Geiger? Y'all wouldn't want Matt Geiger as a coach, shit. Andre Miller and Jamal Chandler. Yeah. What's up with it, Theo? What's up with it, Kevin Foster? I see you in the building too. Man, I'll fuck around and get Theo Ratliff. I get Theo Ratliff and Clarence Weatherspoon. Now you know a guy that I think will really make a. I would like to see him with Kentucky. Is either like a PJ Brown or Jamal McGlory. I think them guys would be good, man. My shit sticking out. Yeah, PJ Brown or Jamal McGlory. Yeah, Popeye. Yeah, Popeye Jones. Yeah, he's been doing it. He's been on the sidelines too as well. Yeah, Rod Strickland, who doesn't get enough credit, man. For I know, we talk about guys like Tim Hardaway and stuff, and AI, but Rod Strickland had handles, man. I don't think people realize, the type of handles Rod Strickland had. I'm pretty sure Theo knows. Yeah, Rod Strickland, man, he would make a great coach. But he pretty much, man, he doesn't get enough credit, for the ball handling that he brought. Yeah, yeah, man, that's family right there, pretty much. I mean, pretty much family. But I mean, who you think was better though, Theo? Do you think Kyrie was better or Rod Strickland? Uh man, that's a tough one, man. 'Cause I like both of them. And Stephon Marbury, man, he was something ridiculous coming out. Man, you know what? I would still have to go with Marbury. The only reason I'm going with Marbury, man, is because man, when he first hit the league, man, dog, you talking about a time when rivalries were, I'm talking about player matchups. That was like at its best. Because if you didn't have AI versus Marbury, you had AI versus Ray Allen. If you didn't have that, then you know what I'm saying, and you were always looking at various matchups and stuff like that, and they would go at it. That's what the talk was. Remember, Theo? It was either for a while it was either AI or Marbury. That's what it was about. And then, of course, you had to, they when they were in the Big East, it was UConn and Georgetown. I like how we talk college. Well, I know. Yeah, I just think that Rod Strickland was a smarter he was a smarter player. Like he was a smarter player. Just like Kenny Anderson. Like Kenny Anderson doesn't get any props for that bapa. When I say that, I'm talking about the handles. But Kenny Anderson was extremely intelligent in terms of a point guard. Like if can you imagine if they played like today's game? Yeah, yeah, but see, that's the thing. Yeah, Danielle Marshall. Remember Danielle Marshall, I remember Lawrence Moten taking it a little bit further. Lawrence Moten. All right, y'all, man. I'll be back a little bit later. Polo Sports Talking Ncaa. I'll get at y'all later.